Uh, Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the PNP Presscon and to our online viewers following us via FB Live. Mabuhay at isang mapagpalang Pasta Lunes na umaga sa ating lahat. I am pleased to announce the capture of a trusted aide of Daula Islamia caretaker Muslimar Mundi Sawadjaan yesterday in Zamboanga City. Hashim Saripada aka Ibnu Kashir Saripado was arrested by operatives of the Regional Intelligence Unit Region 9 and 84th Special Action Company, seaborne in Barangay Recon, Todo, Zamboanga City at 6:30 a.m. yesterday, Sunday, September 27. Saripada is the subject of warrant of arrest issued by Honorable Danilo and Bukoy Emergency Branch 2 of Isabela, Basilan for the crime of multiple murder and multiple frustrated murder. Police records indicate Saripada's key role in the July 31, 2018 bombing of CAF-2 detachment in situ Magkawit, Barangay Magandang, Labitan City, Basilan, carried out by Moroccan bomber Abu Katir al-Madrini using a vehicle borne improvised explosive device that resulted to the death of 11 persons. Investigation revealed that Saripada facilitated al-Madrini's travel from Sulu to Basilan. Likewise, Saripada and Mundi Sawadjaan reportedly prepared the IED detonated by an Indonesian couple at the Mount Carmel Cathedral in Pulo, Sulu on January 27, 2019. You could see, gentlemen and ladies, the leaf diagram of Saripada concerning Sawadjaan, Magrini, and at the same time other cohorts. Mike. He's the assistant. I will let the director ID explain. Pasensya ba our
Hindi, wala rin yan.
Alisa mo yung pag. Alisa mo yung pag.
This is the picture of Saripada now. Nung magkahuli kahapon, ito yung stages niya na nasa Basilan City. Ito yung nasa market list natin. Ito yung pinakita. Ito si Mundi, yung kanyang boss ngayon, assistant. Si Mundi si Saripada sa pag-care ng Dalawis na Liga Group. Ito naman yung bukan, si PGen. Ito yung nag-driver ng vehicle for IAD sa Lamitan ng 2015. At ito naman yung associate niya na si Urjin Dama na in-charge bilang Dalawis na pinaka-Busalat Group sa Basilan Island. So ito yung link ni Saripada dito sa pag-initiate, pag-execute ng mga atrocity sa Mindanao.
Thank you, Director ID. Elsewhere in Mindanao, wanted murder suspect Ramil Gudilios E. Pitogo alias Johnny was arrested in Maguindanao over the weekend. Gudilios was arrested by operatives of the Mindanao Field Unit of Anti-Kidnapping Group under Police Brigadier General Jonel Ostomo on Friday morning at Sito Lumboy, Barangay Awang Datu, Dinsiswat, Maguindanao, upon orders of Honorable Sylvia Dixlidos, Pachapon, presiding judge of RTC Branch 16 of Tamog City for the crime of murder. Gudilios is accused in two separate cases of murders in the service of Central and is the most wanted person of the municipality of Bonifacio. He has been hiding in Maguindanao for the past 3 years. AKG records also revealed Gudilios' participation in the kidnapping of Lord Scott Cabrera Amigo in Mahayag, Zamboanga del Sur on August 2, 2019, and a series of gun for hire activities in the service of Occidental. He is now turned over to the Bonifacio Municipal Police Station. Similarly, 26 members and a supporter of communist terrorist group surrendered to the police in Masbate province and firmly denounced communist terrorism in front of the Provincial Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict and the Enhanced Comprehensive Local Integration Program. 15 of them are members of NPA terrorists, 9 are members of Bilisong Bayan, 2 are members of Sangay ng Partido sa lokalidad and one is a supporter. Four high-powered firearms and 28 low-powered firearms were actually surrendered. On another pressing matter on anti-illegal drugs, last week I led PNP officials in high-level talks with the PDEA over concerns of coordination and interoperability of our lower units as we further operationalize the common national anti-illegal drug strategy that our two agencies are implementing on the orders of our President, Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Discussions are continuing certain adaptation of systems and procedures in anti-illegal drug operations under the new normal and quarantine setting. Meanwhile, the PNP's anti-illegal drug campaign plan Double Barrel remains active and operational to address the two-pronged strategy of supply reduction and demand reduction. POPLAN continues to be implemented in support of both supply and demand reduction efforts as a community-based persuasive approach or lower barrel approach that seeks social integration of reformed drug offenders back into the mainstream. Marijuana eradication operations by Pro Cordillera went underway also on Saturday in these separate marijuana farms in Bugnay, Inglayan, Halinga, with a combined area of 1,600 square meters planted with 19,200 grown marijuana plants, estimated at 3.84 million. I would like to point out that over a 26-day period from September 2 to September 27, the PNP has conducted 3,413 separate anti-illegal drug operations that resulted to the arrest of 4,354 drug offenders and confiscation of 22 kilograms of sabu, 13.7 kilograms of marijuana, combined estimated value of 151.5 million in the street market. What is more important is that these illegal drugs could have led to larger problems for the community had we not taken it off the streets. On police operations to enhance police visibility and promote the Bayanihan spirit, I proudly take note of the high-profile road safety operations of the PNP Highway Patrol Group in Tagaytay City that recently reopened tourists amid strict travel restrictions being enforced across provincial boundaries. Through such notable initiatives, HPG continues to inspire discipline and courtesy among motorists and road users to ensure road safety and security. I also take note of the responsiveness of Highway Patrol Group to our 9-point agenda, particularly in human resource and skills development, by holding the first ever 45-day motor vehicle driving course for PNP personnel that provides practical, theoretical, technical, and tactical competency trainings. Aside from enhancing capability in mobile law enforcement, this competency training also ensures safety of our personnel. Earlier today, in my capacity as Transformation Champion and Lead Patrol of PNP Patrol Plan 2030, I had the honor to personally bestow upon the PRO1 the acclaimed Silver Eagle Award upon its conferment to the fourth and final institutionalized stage of the performance governance system. Under Police Brigadier General Rodolfo Ozrin Jr., PRO1 garnered an overall rating of 94.6%, conducted by the audit team from NHQ to the Center for Police Strategy Management, validating the significant breakthrough results of its implementation. Thus, PRO1 became the first PNP officer unit conferred as institutionalized in the implementation of organizational strategy towards attainment of organizational vision, following the PNP's agency conferment of institutionalized status on July 15, 2019 by the Institute for Solidarity in Asia. Relatedly, as another initiative of CPSM, I am glad to announce that the SM malls and the PNP have finalized plans to put up a PNP National Police Clearance booth in SM malls nationwide in support of PNP efforts at decongestion of PNP camps and installations, and to make this frontline service more accessible to the people. Of course, the functions and responsibilities of other offices inside Camp Namen will follow suit. I am, of course, grateful to Mr. Stephen Tan, President of SM Supermalls, for his approval of the pilot project of the National Police Clearance Booth in SM Malls during a meeting with the PNP last September 16. with the assurance of projected soft opening in SM Government Service Centers at SM MOA, SM Bacoor, and SM South Mall within a span of 2 months. We are also discussing what's called the localization of our personnel. When you say localization, this is the transfer with the proper swapping of personnel. I understand a lot of mayors, especially from the National Capital Region, did not understand what I said before. I'm just happy to know that some mayors have already understood our localization program. This will be transfer of personnel to other regions, to and from other regions, but with the swapping of other personnel for regions of which this PNP personnel will be coming from. Also, we also had what we call the JPSCC last week. This is to enhance and strengthen our coordination with the armed forces of the Philippines, considering that they are our partners in peace and order, law and order. So with that, that is the 1 week of the Philippine National Police. We are now ready to take any questions.
The GPN question, please state your name and PGen. As much as the GPN wants to accommodate all your questions, the GPN has a prior engagement after this. So please be reminded that we are allowing 1 question and 1 follow-up question only. Thank you. From Ms. Anna Soberano from Boboran.
General, magandang umaga. Ang Soberano po ng Boboran. General, itong si Hashim Serpada po, paano po siya na-monitor at hanggang sa na-arrest po siya? At ano po ang ginagawa niya sa Zamboanga City?
Well, for the monitoring, sorry, Anna, that's a strategy that we don't want to others to know. But for the other questions, let me give you general notes again to be more specific.
Magandang umaga po. In fact po, itong si Hashim Serpada, dahil sa kanyang notoriety, matagal na po natin siyang sinusubaybayan. Pero po yung method po ng pagsubaybay sa kanya, sabi nga po ng ating CPNP ay hindi namin nai-reveal. But we will give you background. Actually po, nung mangyari yung lamitan Basila, yung lamitan bombing, ito po si Serpada ay dahil alam niya na hahabulin na siya ng mga security forces, umalis po ito ng Basila at pumunta po siya ng Sulo. Nagtago po ito sa isang island sa Sulo at dahil nga po, paulit-ulit na sinasabi ng ating CPNP na you reach out again to the community. At yun nga po ang nangyari, mayroon po mga kapatid natin sa community na nagbigay ng impormasyon na cited nito ulit si Serpada sa Zamboanga. Kaya inuulit ko po yung reminder po ng ating mahal na CPNP na dapat tayo lumapit sa community. Ito na naman po ang isang ehemplo. Nangyari na naman po. Tulong ng ating mga kababayan na impormasyon na binigay sa PNP. Thank you po.
General, sir, may information po ba kayo na may plano yung grupo ni Serpada to conduct or bombing sa mga urban centers since may link siya sa Moroccan suicide bomber at sa grupo ni Moody sa Ulga, na nasa likod po ng mga series of bombing sa Ulga?
Yan po ma'am, yung kaya nga po nandoon ngayon si Serpada nasa unit namin sa Zamboanga at ini-extractan po natin ang information kasi alam naman po natin na ang tao ito ay highly dedicated, kaya po medyo hard po ito. Pero hindi po tayo nawawalan ng pag-asa at tayo po ay tuloy-tuloy natin siyang diplomasya para po mag-cooperate po at makapagbigay ng impormasyon tungkol sa plano nila.
Since ito mo sunod-sunod yung pag-aresto sa ilang mga personalities ng terrorist group, at general, nakuha na po natin yung counter-terrorism unit ng PNP at may i-deliver na po ba tayo specifically po sa Sulong o dito po sa may western part ng Mindanao?
Yes, Anne. Actually, the IG is leading them right now. That's why you have a lot of, there are already accomplishments with regard to anti-terrorism. And we will continue to do so. Of course, we will never be able to do this without the support of the local government unit and the local chief executives in the area. Sila po yung katuwang natin sa mga accomplishment ito. At nagpapasalamat po kami sa komunidad na nagbibigay pa natin ng informasyon sa atin.
Sir, yung ano naman yun, sir, sa intelligence community ng PNP, since parang marami pong mga significant accomplishment po yung intelligence group natin, lalo na po sa mga local terrorist members na natin.
Well, we are reforming, restructuring the intelligence group in such a way that they will focus much more now, again. And I will say again that we will reform them. They are reacting, their morale is high, and soon enough, the IG will be one of those units that will be leading in our anti-terrorism. Yes.
Sa Maguindanao ko ni sir, may na-recover na parang ITV factory at sunod-sunod din po yung mga bombing incidents doon, sir. Ibig sabihin ba dito, sir, na itong mga local terrorist group sa area ay parang nagpaparamdam ulit na ito malakas po kami at kaya pa namin mag-receive ng karahasan?
Number one is not that actually. May mga naiibig silang mga kasama actually, kasamahan sa ibang lugar, kaya nagpaparamdam sila sa lugar na ito para ma-waylet yung ating mga intelligence operatives at saka mga anti-terrorism units into that area. But the fact is, they would just want to get our attention.
Any more questions from Presscon? Ms. Patricia Mabune from TV5.
Sir, so gaano or how significant is this arrest of Saripala sa pag-dismantle natin sa AFP?
Well, as well said, Saripada is the assistant cohort of Sawajaan, multi-Sawajaan. This will be a very, very big blow on him because nawalan siya ng isang pinagkakatiwalaan, and this one is actually his assistant. Right? So, karamihan ng kanyang mga activities ngayon, nakuha siya, hindi na matutuloy because of that. And he knows na minumonitor na siya ng lahat ng intelligence and anti-terrorism units.
One follow-up lang. Sir, as an assistant po yung multi-Sawajaan, ano po ang mga roles niya o ipapilin niya? Just to have a background, sir.
Kasi he assisted in all operations, gumagawa ng mga IEDs, at lahat ng mga strategies niya nakabase din kay Salamata.
And sir, paano po siya na-arrest? So may mga nakuha din pa sa kanya mga explosive firearms?
Yes, I will give you that para malaman mo kung nakuha.
Last question.
Yung mga na-recover po sa kanya ay may na-recover po na country at saka mga materials for making the IED like detonating core, may mga nakuha po sa kanya.
Any more questions, sir?
Thank you.
From Ms. Bea Bernardo from PTV4.
Yes, Bea.
Recording po din sa major season po sa this conference ngayon na pagiging assistance ng US sa Pilipinas sa particular sa PNP if hindi po tititigan o tinitigan ng security forces yung mga policies na nagbibigay po sa human violations. In order po na ma-push po ito, ano po yung mga activities and programs ng PNP na maapektuhan?
Ano yung pag wala nila ng sumuota sa AFP? Well, for as long as the Philippine National Police has the support of the President, that's what we are in. We don't want. Walang problema sa amin yan. For as long as the President supports the PNP, we are very, very happy.
Maybe, sir, ano po yung mga programs and project po ng PNP na mayroong nag-receive ng assistance po sa inyo?
Well, marami. Yung ATAP, schoolings, trainings, seminars and conferences. Of course, we also have what we call the joint military exercises, right? We also have joint police exercises. But this in no way, if they pull out the support from us, in no way will it affect the Philippine National Police. As I said, as long as we have the support of our President, Rodrigo Roa Duterte, we will be doing our job, and we will be the morale of the PNP is still very high.
Any questions? We will entertain us two questions. Please state your name and
Yes.
I think it was well about the we understand places are already vital for the transfer, right?
Ano?
Yung localization po ng
Yeah.
you mentioned na maraming lawyers na pinakakasunod. And we have also information and ano yung mga lawyers na kasi wala minsan ano mga kasi usually marami na yata ng simplify transfer pa. So, gaano mo karami ang mga
Actually, Chris, no, wala namang mawawala eh. Kasi papalitan din sila. Ibig sabihin, 1:1. Okay? 1:1. If they will but be prioritized accordingly, localization means going near or anchor areas of residence. And this will boost their morale. This is one way of telling to our people that we expect a good, best performance from you. This is one way of also telling them that we will take care of you, most especially with your transfer. Alam nyo, hindi na naintindihan ng kwan ng mayors, but I thank them very much for letting General Giloro explain to them. Because I explained it to Giloro yesterday. When you are being transferred, you want to be transferred, you prioritize, you signify your intention. You are prioritized, may kapalitan ka na, doon ka lang ililipat. Iba yung pinipirma mo na ilipat mo kagad, yan, walang kapalitan niya. Not unless he is an officer and leading a certain unit, may kapalitan niya. Pero pagka sinabi ko transfer, that's just transfer. That's not localization. Transfer is only part of localization. And when we transfer people in localization, they will be changed. Walang maaalis dyan na hindi mapapalitan.
So, are you saying that the level of policemen who were based on NCRPO would have the same standard when coming to NCRPO?
Yes. 1:1. Kaya nga, mali yung mga nag-explain. Alam mo, if you don't know the strategy, never shut up. Okay? You shut up, let those who knows explain. Say, for example, dapat nandun si DCA para in-explain niya kung localization.
So, sorry. So, sa NCRPO, for example, sir, hindi mo kung ilang police forces pwede na mawawala ng pagkasa ng mga
Well, marami talaga. But I don't have the exact numbers, pero marami ang gusto mong transfer. This is because of the fact that when NCRPO was given more or less 10,000 recruits, I think 2 or 3 years ago, 2014, ang kinuha nila, only 5,000 ang nakuha nila. Yung another 5,000 came from all the provinces. And it is in a contract that states that after 5 years of their service in NCRPO, they should not be transferred, they should be transferred already. Yun ang usapan. Pasalamat nga, meron pagkapalitan. And we will do that. You know why? Because we know NCR needs a lot of personnel, but they will be audited. NCRPO and all regions will be audited so that we will be able to know the perfect or the best authorized strength for each region.
Pero sir, kung makapasok naman yun sa, I know we are not like ilan ang bubang ratio ngayon ng police to population, including mga federation?
1:503, 547.
Just for the whole year, sir.
Yes, but you did not consider actually those who are fighting on anti-insurgency, anti-terrorism, and administrative functions. Ang kinakount lang natin, kung ilan ang police, kasama ako doon sa 1:547. Okay? Kasama ako doon. So kung titignan niyo mabuti, anong ginagawa ko dito? Dapat nandun din ako, nagbibig patrol sana, di ba? So that's one thing that we will evaluate. Second is, we will have to audit each region. We will have to audit each region. Bakit nga ba sinasabi natin na sobra-sobra na 1:547, pero umaangal pa rin sila, kulang pa rin sila. Maybe it's about time. It's about time. They better deploy their people outside of their towns. Right? That's why the decongestion plan of Pancratius is ongoing right now.
Alright. So, insurgency po natin siya, hindi po natin ng NCR. So, we didn't say po may mga thousands of deaths. Kaya pa naman po kung population ng Metro Manila. Wala nang pa po.
Yeah. Alam niyo, I was arguing for NCRPO from 5 to 6 weeks. And I've seen a lot of people in NCRPO doing nothing. And when they're augmented by regions 1, 3, and 4A, yung mga nandyan sa NCR, nagpapahinga, nandun, namamasyal sila, ang naghihirap dito, taga-ibang region. It's about time they have ownership of their own regions. No? That's why we will decongest a lot of regions, most especially when it comes to visibility issues.
Chief, I don't know kung nakarating na po sa inyo. Ano lang naman ito, parang nagkaroon ng ulo ng crisis sa Carol Cavite, Bobby de Monteman. Tapos sa kitang-kita na sa video, pansahan po siya, pinila ng mga police na nasa bahay niya.
Well, I'm sorry but I'm not private here. No? Please give me, we will investigate. And we will do the proper sanctions. Yes, please.
On that question from Mr. Alfred Daniford from Jordan.
Two questions, sir.
Pasensya na kayo, hindi ko masyado maintindihan pag may face shield ka.
Two questions lang po. Yung sa yung 8-8 na program mo, ano ang feedback so far? And second, yung sa localization, sir, na parang po, how will it affect yung mga policemen na napatapong from Metro Manila papunta po sa Mindanao and Visayas dahil sa alleged links sa illegal activities?
Dahil sa involvement.
Yes, sir. That's
Number one, sa 8-8, marami naman kwan. Actually, yung 8-8 has been clarified long before. You could do that. You cannot do the same 8-8 in other regions or in other provinces or even other cities. It's up to the unit leader how to implement the 8-8. Pangalawa, ang akin lang is that they should see to it, sa 8-8, they should be able to see to it that at least yung duty schedule ng tao hindi na sasobrahan, na hindi na rin ineffective na rin siya. All PNP personnel should be able to effectively perform their duties. Number two, when it comes to localization, hindi ko pa nakuha yung exact number, pero accordingly marami. But let me be clear. Sabi ko nga, when you transfer a person, you will be changed. Hindi lang basta-basta alisin sa inyo isang tao. Okay? That's why for all those who does not understand the localization, sana tumigil muna kayo kasi wala kayong alam. Okay?
That's the last one. Ay na-confirm mo yung institutionalized status ng sa region 1. And what's your advice to the 16 other regional officers? Pati yung mga NSUs.
They're actually on the process. Lahat yan may institutionalized. Let me be serious to everybody with regard to the patrol plan. The Philippine National Police has no other program even before when it comes to patrol plan 2030. Ito lang ang nag-guide ng Philippine National Police. Naghirap po lahat, alam natin, naintindihan po natin yan. Pero ngayon, last phase na po tayo, and all we have to do is institutionalize what we are doing right now. All those best practices will be placed in the book. Titignan po natin lahat kung ano dapat ang makukuha ng kada region. Sa best practices po natin, hindi ibig sabihin na ito yung ginagawa, ganyan ka na. Iibahin niyo po siyempre sa kada, depende po sa kultura, tradisyon, at lugar ninyo. Yan po ang PNP Patrol Plan. We have worked a lot already in this program. It's a governance system. It's not just a functional organization that would be able to evaluate what you are doing. But this patrol plan basically tells you on how to do it, how to keep it right. Yun lang, how to sustain it. Yun ang purpose ng patrol plan 2020. Gulungan ni Mike, participatory. Everybody should be involved. That's why it's very good that we have more than 20,000 advisory council members. And these members have helped us a lot. Kahit nung sinasabi na aalisin ang PGS at Patrol Plan 2030, nandun pa rin po sila tumutulong sa ating mga polis. At sana po, ito na ang dapat gawin, at ito po, ang sabi ko nga, nire-recommend namin po kay SILG. This will be our holistic approach to the Philippine National Police issues and concerns. All those. We have the enhanced managing police operations, which talks about anti-criminality, anti-insurgency, and anti-terrorism. We also have our 9-point agenda, sustainable development plan. that would be able to help us out. And this is all based on our patrol plan 2030 and beyond, institutionalizing each and every activity that we have done.
So may unfavorable communities sa other needs.
Wala naman. But ang akin lang is, they should be able to absorb what PGS has done to the region before they be institutionalized para magkaintindihan ko na. Kung hindi nila alam at magpa-institutionalize lang po sila, wala pong kwento magpa-institutionalize. Yes. As I said, they have other the advisory councils with them. Thank you.
One last follow-up question.
Sir, update ko lang doon, sir, sa narco-politicians and narco-generals. Sir, di ba dati, sir, may listahan po kayo ng mga narco-generals and narco-politicians. Sir, nadagdagan po ba sa ngayon yung listahan nyo? Sa monitoring nyo po kayo?
Well, we still have to talk about it. At marami pa kong pag-usapan ito.
One last question from Mark Macalagan from PGen.
Sir, good morning. Sir, regarding lang dun sa napipitong pagpabalik ng quarantine status, and sa inyong lecture sa Metro Manila, pinayagan nila yung pagbiyahe ng mga provincial bus sa mga susunod na araw. Ano po yung pagkanda ng PNP? So ano po yung sa inyo? Magaling kasi case ba ba yung quarantine status? Ano yung mga pagkanda?
Alam niyo, no? That's why even when I was the chairman of the Admin Support COVID Operations Task Force, we already had what we call the barangay enforcement teams. Ngayon, tawag na natin sa kanila bakod, barangay COVID defense. And this will be the meat of everything because we will now have there the marshals of terminals, buses, jeepneys, even tricycles. Titingnan po natin lahat. Yung mga sa private transport po yan, pag dumaan po sila ng mga checkpoints, at pagdaan po nila sa mga barangay, malalaman na po natin kung ano yung dapat kailangan nilang gawin. That's why we have the barangay enforcement team and the BACOD, we have the marshals, and we also have the red team to be able to respond to the needs of our people who are working and be able to know what's wrong or what is the best for them. We also have what you call yung our enhancement or our rapport with the armed forces of the Philippines, most especially in areas where we really need them. Kasi kailangan din po natin ng AFP. The AFP needs us, the PNP needs the AFP. That's why we are working hand in hand, most especially in this COVID pandemic. If ever the quarantine will be lifted, we have a lot of preparations. The marshals will stay. The barangay enforcement teams will stay. The red teams will stay. That is what we will do. We will abide with whatever protocol we have.
Sir, sa tingin mo ba handa na yung NCR na malagay sa NGCP?
Well, just in case, we are also prepared for that. Lahat yan, pati social distancing, titignan ko natin lahat yan. We will have it properly implemented. Thank you.
The Accident General, tungkol sa human rights and fair violation na naging basimano ng US Congress na maghain ng panukalan na ibigay ng security assistance sa PNP and AFP. Sa kayo po, General, may mga na-monitor po ba kayo sa inyong organization na may mga paglabag sa karapatan ng tao na nakulit po ang ating PNP, mga pulis?
Well, alam niyo naman, di ba? May mga kinasuhan tayong mga pagulisan. And Internal Affairs Service is actually focusing on all this. Okay? We have talks already with the DOJ and the PCOO and PDEG and together with the Anti-Drug Council. And we will continue to cooperate with each other so that we will be able to enhance our operational activities, most especially against illegal drugs.
Pero sir, nabawasan na ba, sir, yung mga paglabag ng
Yes.
mga pulis?
Yes, yes. And a lot of those who violated human rights and did not follow the rule of law were actually filed against. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you for your time.